Hey everyone, just want to pull over briefly here. People are asking me my thoughts on, let's go Brandon, that popular phrase. And there's some things now in the Christian media about some things that were being said at a church, a large church, shouting, let's go Brandon. What we have here is a couple different dynamics taking place. Number one, a lot of people are beyond frustrated at what happened with the election, beyond frustrated where this current administration is taking things. And so it comes out in that frustration. Now, the other dynamic is you have people who are not Christians and they're just, let's say this other side of the political spectrum, let's say the Republican side, and they're mad as heck as well. And they're shouting, let's go Brandon at these different events. I've been at protests where they're shouting it. And then you have, of course, Christians there. And then on the other end of this, you're going to have like the liberal left or those saying, look at those Christians, it's white supremacy. And so this is big mix here of what's going on. And so that's where the phrase is getting a lot of momentum, is because of the absolute failure of this current administration to really lead. So what is the Christian stance? Well, and if you don't know what this let's go Brandon means, you can Google it. I'll let you figure it out. But what it reflects is not really a good thing, as far as no unwholesome words should proceed out of your mouth, to esteem those in positions of leadership. So on one hand, I can feel what they're saying and understand the animosity, understand the frustration, understand the outright anger. But on the other hand, I have to restrain that part of me, the flesh side, that wants to get involved with this and wants to say things like that. So the short answer is no. Christian spirit-filled Christian believers should not be getting behind this type of statement because of what it means and what the phrase is supposed to mean. It's just not good no matter how you cut it. However, I understand the frustration, I understand the anger, and so I think there's a lot of grace on both sides. You got to give those people grace who maybe aren't quite where you're at yet in this area, and they're so frustrated, and this is their marching orders. This is their flag that they're waving, and they're so fed up that instead of saying explicits and things, this is their motto to get behind. However, again, as a Christian, looking at scriptures, how we should conduct ourselves, this is not something we should be shouting and like a pep rally and getting behind. It just doesn't fit from my vantage point. So one thing that we need to be aware of is the world is looking at how we handle things like this. And so I can be just as frustrated as everyone else, but I can also try to restrain that part of me who wants to shout out in this area and wants to be vocal in this area. I've never been perfect in this area, but I think as Christians, we got to be very careful. I can't get behind this type of support for that type of phrase. Now, however, friends of mine, people I could say on this video you would know who are well known in Christian community may disagree, and that's okay. But I'm just answering this from my perspective on where and how we got to this point and why we do need to be careful with that phrase and the message we're sending. And it's, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is speaking. So anyway, that's my stance. I hope it helps.